To flail out my butterfly wings and cruise to Mount Everest, screaming energy full force at Earth.
To talk until the music stops and the pops and crackle of the microphone drops in our ears as the laughing and talking dies, the anticipation begins to rise.
To walk your way over to your assigned seat, afraid of the big kids trampling over or even noticing you.
To tiptoeing up the early morning staircase, sleep tugging at eyes, a yawn pulling at the corners of the mouth.
To plunge into icy waters at 6:30 a.m. with your peers.
To be greeted first period Monday morning with unrivaled enthusiasm from Miss Bell.
To filling up the locker area with legs that keep overlapping until nobody can get through.
To occupy those tables in the corner, 2 long years of waiting having paid off, backpacks, textbooks, and lunchboxes strewn over them like flags planted in the dirt.
To sprint up the Morgan stairs for advisory, then down for physics, and back up for Spanish, and down to the basement for Latin.
Run to the labs and keep tabs on the things happening, to go to Fab and to talk about the books and stories and write about the histories and mysteries.
To work diligently at your seat, your palms aching more and more after each paragraph.
To scream to be or not to be, so loudly that the ground shakes.
To creating a hurricane of clicks and clacks as my fingers pull melody from a keyboard. A vignette coming slowly to life.
To learn to be porous and soak up knowledge of orthopedic surgeries from this week's biomed speaker.
To be introduced to Miss Hahn's bench, the place you never want to end up.
To hold the hand of a tall 12th grader during the all-school assembly, and 15 years later, to hold the hand of a small nursery student who thinks that you're a tall 12th grader.
Blasting off to the moon in nursery, to being in the Wheeler Hall basement, squished between the entire 4th and 5th grade, waiting to be called up for the musical.
To gaze into a toddler's vast chocolatey eyes, only to be swooshed back to the year 2004 with scraped knees and crocodile tears.
To pick the paint from under your nails as you stand at attention facing the canvas that begs for saturation, for hues, for the depth that makes the still life move.
To sit in an empty basement room, flicking your wrist, to hear the snap of the snare drum, to feel your heart pound and sink with the acoustics all around you.
To making crepes with Miss Nickerson in French class, to wading through polluted rivers with Mr. Schmidt, to pig pile on top of Miss Lazat, to try and capture a good advisory photo.
To sing in the library bathroom at the top of your lungs, unaware that sound travels.
To feel the exhilaration as the hot lights of the stage hit you when you first make your entrance.
Hear your name across a crowded courtyard as you're walking up stone steps. To wait, to be caught up to, and to furnish the last few rays that fall with conversation.
To succeed in your once strenuous assignment, you can now meet your friends during lunch, and you relax.
To de-stress from your week ahead with corny jokes made by the president.
To sit down in an alcove, by the window, computer and textbook open in front of you, watching teenagers and kids and teachers passing below you, running and walking and chatting, until a friend calls you to come out and enjoy the day.
To there always being an open door at Wheeler.
No!
To circle around the Wheeler block 80 times at 7 in the morning with my sister because she can't find a parking spot and she does not know how to parallel park.
To ride the bus to the farm and wait in anticipation of the bump every day.
To be a warrior!
To ride on the sweat-stench bus after hard-fought warrior victories, proud to have Wheeler written across our chests.
To tearing off into the city, my legs smashing the pavement and arms swinging, my cross-country team surrounding me.
As we continue to strive forward, continue to battle against our inner turmoil.
To get back from a game so late that the lights in the glass building have been shut off.
To proudly present your color on field day.
To crying after my first middle school field hockey practice because they made us run 4 laps.
To spend freeze in the GCA, lying and laughing in the lounge, practicing piano, or starting spontaneous jam session with friends.
To crash on the cymbals until your arms shake, your hands ache, until you can take no more.
To watch your friend win an award and clap, too long and too loud, because how often do you get this chance?
To shove a puny breakfast of brown buttered bread down my hatch at 7:50 a.m., roguishly run to Eisenberg, and sweat in my assigned seat just in the nick of time.
To not having to say your number because Melanie has already memorized it.
To spend the night curled up in sleeping bags beside your 6th grade classmates at the Wheeler farm.
To playing in a game at the farm with the sunset glowing above, to being a lifer.
To wave goodbye to friends, to pick up our heavy backpacks, and to rush to catch the bus before the bus decides to better itself by leaving 2 minutes early.
Street lamps flicker on and off, returning us to where everything began and where everything will end.
To befriend a first grader or a sixth grader, to see them look up at you thinking, one day I'll be a big kid too. And so they will. To lower schoolers becoming middle schoolers, becoming upper schoolers, to new leaders and new teachers, to keep this community with us as we set off to change the world.
To be nervous and hopeful about the final 2 years to come.
To be part of a community.
To after 14 years, still not wanting to leave.